What you're about to hear is my walk home from a train station. There's no talking during this, not from myself at least, and so my plan for you is to listen on headphones in a quiet place. It's 4 minutes long, and there's a time marker in this recording to the commentated version, which I will play afterwards. In the commentated version, I myself will narrate it as we do it. In this way, you can maybe build up a story in your head and then see if you are correct. My goal for you, if you are completely sighted, is to think about sound in a different way and maybe consider those sounds you take for granted. See if you understand what happens and see how close you are to getting it right. Let's start the walk now. That walk is now complete. What did you gain from that? Did you understand any of the sounds you heard? Some of them will be everyday sounds that you're quite used to, I'm sure, but maybe take for granted, or don't even pay attention to. I'm going to now walk you through those sounds to the best of my ability. This happened some time ago, I think back in February of this year. So I myself need to listen very carefully and narrate to you what happens. At times I may even rewind the recording by 5 or 10 seconds just so that we catch the same thing together. So let's do the walk now with commentary and see what we find. I've just stepped off of the train at Kilburn Park Tube Station. The wind is in my ears and I'm walking towards the escalator. That sound is my cane hitting the edge of the escalator, and now I'm standing upon it. It's a fairly long one and there's not a lot to do on an escalator, so I'm standing on it doing nothing much. There's another train pulling in at the platform below. You can hear the beep of the ticket barriers above. I've now stepped off the escalator and I'm turning left towards the ticket barriers. There's the ticket barrier. Put my card upon the entry and escape the barrier. As I walk towards the exit, classical music starts playing from the station's PA system for some reason. We're out. And I've turned left. And if you listen carefully, I'll back the recording up, you can tell that I've turned left because the music goes off to our left. So this would imply, therefore, that the ear closest to the music is the one more focused upon it. If I'd turned right, that would have gone the other direction. This is also a good headphone or speaker test for yourself. I've rewound it a bit. There's the music. Listen carefully as I turn left. Now. I'm now walking down the slope with the station wall upon my left and a grassy verge on my right. There's a car idling ahead of us, and now driving away. I'm going to pause it and rewind it here because I'd like you to listen extremely, extremely carefully to the sound coming from your left. What you should hear, perhaps, is the shadow of a big building. That big building is the train station, and when I turn to the right, away from it, the space becomes far more open. Listen very carefully. Building. Building. And now the sound opens up immediately to our left as I turn right away from it. Now to our right are a row of houses, and you can hear the same kind of energy coming off of those houses as I use my cane on the floor. And pardon me while I back up again, because my cane hit a stone and sent it skittering off to our left. It's gone. And I just adjusted the left mic with my hand because it was annoying me. It's pretty much a straight walk from here on out, but do listen as my cane hits the grass on the right hand side. There was a manhole cover there. And there's a lamppost. And there's grass. And that sound is a train. And now we have reached our destination, and that sound is the gate to my property, which I've walked in and shut behind me. I retrieve my key from my pocket and place it in the lock. Opening the door, wiping feet, closing the door behind me, and locking it. So there we have it. A narrated trip home in silence. What did you think about it? Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this kind of idea. And if you'd like to hear me narrate other recordings that I may have that may be of interest, of silence, and see if you come up with the same ideas as what actually happened in real life. Just an idea, really. And I say video, I really mean audio. It's an interesting concept, I believe, and maybe it has potential. Let me know what you thought. Thanks for listening.